South do? Could they keep up and do their parts to make sure things went as, I guess, somewhat planned, Andrew?
Indeed, and a favorable matchup for South Florence opposed to what West had to deal with. This game, kind of keep your eye on, how defensively they stand up. Because you obviously know West Florence is going to come in next week with a strong offensive attack on the ground, over the air. You just saw it there. But how can South Florence also make a statement in this game where they're already kind of a foregone conclusion how it may go? But it's about style points, I think, at this point.
And don't forget that this was the game last year that Lenore Sellers got hurt and ended his season. So obviously there was some angst going into this one in terms of trying to get a little payback. We go to Little River Bruins, 4 quarters from playing for that outright region title. Chiefs looking to play spoiler early first quarter. North Myrtle on the move. Chance all flushed. Terrence Moore forces the pigskin to hit the deck. Braxton Brocker jumps on the rock. The miscue gives South the ball deep in territory. A few plays later, Lenore Sellers with an absolute dime to Jalen Sellers. 24 yards. What a grab over the shoulder. South Florence strikes first. Makes the Chiefs pay for the mistake, 7-0. Move to the second. Bruins again on the march. Sellers with another bomb. Jabray Johnson, the senior wideout, with another score. 14-0 Bruins. South adds a safety after a North Myrtle miscue. Then they add another 6 courtesy of Shaquem Shiloh. Bruins would also add a late score from Sellers before the half. They do, in fact, hold up their end of the bargain as they shut out the Chiefs tonight, 46-0, as the number 1 team in the state remains perfect after the first 9 games of the season. And now we got ourselves set. It is showtime. Buckle up, my friends. Get ready for next Friday at South Florence High School. The number 1 and number 3 teams in the state of South Carolina are going to play for the whole ball of wax, Andrew.
And honestly, I wouldn't even look for that number next to West Florence, maybe a 3. AC Florence, its own beast. These are definitely 2 of the top teams in the state. And sometimes it's kind of interesting to be done. Normally we're talking this time of year in years past. The other matchup at the bottom of that screen, the Battle of the Beach, is normally a top contender. But this year, what you got's what you got.
What you got.
And these teams got it.
Yeah, and the Chiefs, we've been saying it all season long, a young bunch. I know there's a lot of chit-chat going on in Little River. Hey, what's going on with our football team? You got to remember, folks, that they're playing a lot of sophomores and juniors, which obviously they're taking their lumps this year, but it bodes well for what's going to happen next year and obviously the year after that. The Chiefs will be back. They've got a lot of talent. It's just one of those years where they're just young. As for South, well, it's time to roll, my friends. It's time to go.
Many implications for next week. It's going to be crazy.
It is. I was over at West earlier this week, and West has an argument to being number 1 in the state. They beat Burns. They beat some other teams. Dreer comes to mind. They beat some 5A programs as well, so it's not like they've been just kind of going through the motions either. So, arguably you can say South or West could be A1 and A2, but it is what it is. And that's going to set us up to the next